I have some very good news for Texas homeowners. Most of you heard that last week we had elections, right? November 4th, we had elections, and there were two very important propositions that were voted on. One was Proposition 11, the other one was Proposition 13. Proposition 11 increases the elderly and disabled exemptions from $10,000 to $60,000, and Proposition 13 increases the tax exemption from $100,000 to $140,000. But what does that really mean? Well, let's take an example of a home that's taxed or valued by the county for $400,000. What that means is that now you're going to take that assessed value, $400,000, minus $140,000 because these propositions were passed. Then that will give you the new tax assessed value. Then you multiply that number by the tax rate of your property, right? So let me show you an example of a property in Hutto, all right, where here you can see, okay, we have the tax rate of 2.16 is a tax rate. So you will multiply that by the assessed value of $396,000, okay? So if you take the assessed value, multiply it by 2.1%, then that will give you a tax amount of $8,566. Well, what you're gonna do now is that this Proposition 13 it's in place for the school district. So in this case, this home is on the Hutto School District, which is a 1.2 tax rate. Okay, so there's different taxes and entities that compose the 2.16, but for the school district, it's only 1.20. Okay, so what you're gonna do, once you do the math and basically take this assessed value minus $140,000, then you multiply it by 1.2. The difference between the 100 to 140,000 exemption increase is 40,000. If you multiply by that 1.2% for the school district, it gives you about $400 and something a year divided by 12, and it comes down to a savings of about $40 a month. So that's really what you're saving with this Proposition 13 that was passed. You're saving about $40 a month on a home that is valued about $392,000, okay? The last time that the tax exemption was increased was back in 2023, I believe, and it went from $40,000 to $100,000. That means that you will take the assessed value. It used to be $40,000 of the assessed value, and then back in 2023 it was increased to $100,000. Now in 2025, it's being increased to $140,000. I hope, I'm sure you all knew about this, right? So if you have any questions, let me know.